things get out here in the next hour or so, but there's no better place to start than with, I'd say the most. I think it's the thing that's the hottest topic right now. Most people are talking about. The draft lottery was a few days ago, and with one kind of woof or jazz or whatever you want to call it, it can be deals made beforehand. It can exactly. It could be deals made beforehand. The Dallas Mavericks ended up with the number 1 overall pick. My people.
Like how?
Yeah.
I think
maybe that something, but this just so happened that for anyone that doesn't remember, the Dallas Mavericks traded their generational superstar Luka Doncic this season to the biggest market in the NBA, Los Angeles Lakers, for no reason. No one knew why, but now we know why. Nico Harrison, I apologize.
Yes. What do you mean you apologize? That guy is a mob star.
I personally apologize.
That was a drug deal.
Apologize. I mean, your thoughts on Mavs getting number 1?
That was a drug deal. That was not supposed. That was crazy. There was no way that you sacrifice your superstar just to get another freak of nature. You get the first pick. The odds for them to get that first pick was 1.08% or something like that.
Yes.
1.8
with Miami Heat.
Bro, the Charlotte Hornets are still there. The Hornets are still there with nobody to save them. The Washington Wizards just got rid of Kyle Kuzma. They can breathe a little bit, but they still have nobody to depend on. And you're telling me you are giving the first pick.
What happened to Jordan Poole?
And like I said, I was saying it the day it happened. I was like, bro, David Stern is in hell looking up, and he's like, yeah, he's proud of Adam Silver right now. He's proud of that.
Keeping up the tradition.
Like, he's keeping it up for real. He's keeping it up for real.
Now, main question, like you said, Amide, is we know the NBA, the biggest issue most people talk about is the tanking teams. Simi, this one goes to you. Teams like Wizards, we just watched full 82 games of ass. We just watched rubbish for 82 games. I think the Jazz were hoping for the first pick as well. What am I missing now? There was a really bad team as well. The Hornets teams that just intentionally were so horrible with the hope that they get the Flagg. And this is like, I think, in the past 8 years, one of the teams with the best odds having gotten the first pick 8 years in a row. Is it fair? Do you think the NBA is doing the right thing by keeping these teams to the level at which they are, by rewarding mediocrity or losing to the level that it is? Or should we just say, come on, man, just give these guys something? God, like, please, we're tired of seeing rubbish.
Well, I think it's outrageous. Yeah, it's outrageous for me. The move was definitely planned, allegedly. But
conspiracy theory.
But for the Hornets especially, I think the Hornets have enjoyed parts of the draft pick. I mean, they got LaMelo second round pick, second in the draft pick. They got
that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, they got Bradley Miller 3 years ago also.
Yeah.
So I think for the Hornets, they've actually enjoyed to some certain points. Two, you can call them franchise players. Unfortunately, it has not worked out so well for them, and I think we can argue that for due to the coach, the coaching staff, whatever. But for the Washington Wizards, yes, even the Jazz also, I think to some certain point they were fine. To some certain point, but Wizards, honestly, I do not know, and the fact that Dallas Mavericks is getting the first round pick, it's not like this should be their second time also in, I think, 8 years. The second time in 8 years. And unfortunately, or coincidentally, both the WNBA and the NBA, they got first pick in both of these competitions. Both for the women and also for the men.
Sounding very much like a conspiracy theorist to me. I can't
but for real, I don't want to lie. At our big age, they sold their soul now.
So, senior officials that were in the room when the lottery when it was being, when the balls and everything were being rolled around and they were picked out, they all said there's no possible way, that there's no chance this can be rigged. I don't believe it. I can't lie. I don't believe it. I don't care. This is entertainment. This is the American crime entertainment. Like, there's one way there, you know what they're doing.
Like, you believe there's no way it can be rigged? It's 100%.
Oh, I think it's 100% rigged. I think it's 100% rigged.
It can't be rigged.
I think it's 100% rigged.
We 100% rigged.
I think
100%.
Yeah.
I think there was a time, I can't remember the year, but Chicago Bulls, I think, had 1.7%.
That was exactly what I was looking up. 2008.
Of getting the draft pick at
2008.
And I don't think they got it also. I think they shared it with somebody else. I think it's this same Dallas Maverick. And Dallas Maverick got Luka. So I think it's just coincidental. But I think the fact that they traded Luka,
Luka for the trade, the size and everything. That's the reason that everybody is a bit confused.
With no excuse, with no tangible excuse, I think is what is making it seem like it's rigged. Yeah, even though I still agree to some certain point that it's rigged. But
hey, here's what it is. They have the first pick now. San Antonio selecting at 2, Philly selecting at 3. My gosh.
Why? How is San Antonio getting 2 though?
These are the questions
I want you to be. Okay. San Antonio one, we've seen this before. We've seen teams just go up and be lucky, but come on. Anyways, I was gonna ask, you're the GM of the Spurs right now. What are you doing with that second overall pick? And then I need you to give me an answer for the Sixers as well. Remember, we've got Ace Bailey, we've got Dylan Harper, but you're the Spurs right now. No, I want for the Spurs firstly.
To be honest, I've not paid much attention to those guys in the draft, but I did see. I think after Cooper Flagg, there are these 2 teammates that are highly rated, and they're like possible second and third choice. And I think
Ace Bailey.
Those guys like really bold. Yeah, so I have not paid too much attention to who they are or what their profile is, so I can't really say what they can bring to the NBA. But yeah, from watching ESPN shows, I think those guys will definitely go second and third pick. And to have 2 teammates like on top 5, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Would you keep that, or are you trading it if you're Spurs? And if you're trading it, who are you going out? Who wants that pick?
I think for Spurs, if I'm Spurs GM, I'll trade and go for a superstar. Probably go for a Kevin Durant, but I don't think Durant wants to come back.
But why?
I don't think they need that leadership now. Like the team currently has Fox. They have Fox.
Hold up.
They have
Sorry. Simi is a Spurs fan, so I think that's why he's a bit animated as to why you come out with that approach. So finish up what you were saying, then Simi, you can speak after.
Yeah. So with Spurs, I feel like they still need that experience, that leadership within the team. Yes, CP has been doing that for the team, and Barnes also. But I feel if you have the opportunity to get a superstar like KD, without giving too much up, you have the second pick. They have what?
They have De'Aaron Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have Fox, but come on. Imagine adding Fox to a KD in that Spurs team.
What do you think is going to happen?
KD and a Wemby. No, they'll definitely be title contenders now. They'll definitely be championship contenders. That's for me, to be honest. If I was a GM, I see no reason why, you want that second pick. Like, you have talents, like abundance of talents in that team. You can easily trade that second pick and not give up too many assets, give up maybe Barnes and maybe CP3, and getting like a superstar. Okay, you can keep CP3, I don't know, but honestly, they still have like enough salary cap space, so
yeah.
I feel Spurs is still a rookie.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think I was in the camp of trading it as well, actually. I'm definitely not trading it for Kevin Durant, because I have agenda. So I'm definitely trading for Kevin Durant. I don't know what's out there for them to get.
I think there's a Giannis
find the right piece. Okay, so we're gonna speak on Giannis at the end. We're gonna speak on Giannis at the end as well, and that trade package. And if I don't even like the fact that we're talking about putting Giannis and Wemby on the same team, but sure, if that's what is out there, Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it.
Already.
Philly went up as well. They got to third pick. They had the opportunity of losing their pick if they fell below sixth, and then they rose all the way to third pick. I think Philly are one of the weirdest. Probably had the strangest season out of most teams this year because of they acquired a superstar. They've already got an MVP. They had young talent, and then they ended up being lottery. They got third overall pick now. So we spoke about the talent. Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey. That's really what we're seeing. VJ Edgecombe. That's the talent out there. If you're Philly, I'm thinking, okay, is this rebuild time? Let's go McCain, Maxey, and try and get rid of this injury-prone guy and podcast P. Or are you saying that as another asset to try and contend next season? East is only getting more, I think.
Look, Paul George is not going anywhere. They're not sending that.
That guy has secured the bag, man.
That guy has
It's not going anywhere.
Man. Just have to date. Paul George is not going anywhere.
It is.
They can't trade Paul George. I mean, they could, but like they're not trading Paul George, bro. Because in as much as Paul George is a part-time basketball player, full-time podcaster, the guy can still hoop. Let's be for real. He can still hoop. It's just all of them have skittles for ankles. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Jared McCain was balling his ass out. He could have been rookie of the year. Tyrese Maxey, we already know that guy is capable of giving you 40 every night. He got hurt. Joel Embiid, God willing, and I'm saying this on record, if that guy is healthy, he's one of the greatest bigs I've ever seen in my life.
That's facts.
In my life. If that guy, he's played literally half his career. Only half. God